155 million. So last week we talked about decluttering your entire life. This week I want to talk about maintaining that clutter-free space. Because here's the deal, superstar. There's no clutter-free environment that cannot stand a clutterer. And you have my permission to tweet that. You think it's hard to clean up? Well, it's much harder to keep it decluttered. That's why today's video is about maintenance. What to do when the mess is banished. I want to give you 5 creative ideas to keep your spaces, of course, clutter-free. My first prevention strategy is to say no to the homeless. The homeless items, of course, like toys, newspapers, tea bags, supplies, your shoes. Without a place to go, these items will start wandering all across your living space. You don't want that. You want to designate specific homes for each of your items. That way they don't become, you guessed it, clutter. My second idea is to outsource. Now my question is, why buy when you can rent or swap? You can go to the library for books. You can go to Barnes & Noble to read magazines. You can go to Blockbuster or Netflix to rent a movie. This is even true for clothes these days. Of course, this does not apply to everything, but for the items that they do apply, it's wonderful because the less items you have, the less items you have to categorize, organize, and worry about. The third tip that I suggest is to implement good habits. Now, I'll be the first to admit, because there's no point in lying, that I always lose my keys and my cell phone.
Baby, the keys.
This is one of the things that David, my husband, always wants to strangle me for. Mayi, again? Seriously? So he's been coaching me to implement this routine that I like to call return home. And it goes like this. Instead of storming home and rushing to my inbox to see if Oprah has contacted me, I implement a good habit. Let me give you a few examples. As soon as you step into the house, hang the keys with its brothers and sisters. And if you're done with your towel, return them to the rack behind the door. That's why they're there. You can sort your mail close to the trash bin, so everything that automatically doesn't serve you goes in there. I can do this all day. All day. Oh! Okay, I want to keep this. Good habits, once adopted, they become second nature. They kick in without having to think about it. This will help you stay clutter-free and, of course, to find your cell phone and your keys. My fourth prevention strategy is to make room for cheating. Because life is messy. There's no such thing as a 100% clutter-free environment. I know you've seen the pictures on Pinterest, on Design Sponge, on Country Living, of those beautiful living spaces that we all dream about. But you know what? Behind the camera is where the pile of lizard poo is accumulating. Accept the reality that clutter is a part of life, and you will be set free. Now, to leach the mess, because it can get out of control sometimes, I suggest to designate preserves. Mess preserves, like wildfire preserves, where there are boundaries and limits to the mess. Let me give you a few ideas. Keep a junk drawer in the kitchen to store old menus, rubber bands, aprons, receipts from the grocery that your accountant might ask for in 2024, and no one has to know about it. Just one drawer. It's our little secret. And of course, we cannot forget the infamous junk chair, where you throw everything that you've got running around the house. Remote controls, your Star Wars DVD, hubby's tie, the dress that you thought you were going to use, but then you changed your mind for the gazillionth time, and then the wet towel. You can keep going, you can even throw the house in there, but only in there. That's your boundary. Anything outside of the chair, this is a clutter-free zone, but not there. As long as it stays within the boundaries, you are safe. And the fifth and final strategy that I have for you is called new in, old out. This is a tough cookie, But I know you are a wicked contender, so I have a feeling that you're gonna handle it just fine. The rule goes like this. For every new item that you bring in, an old one has to go out. This will help you, 1, keep the level of stuff within manageable mess, and 2, it will make you be wiser about your shopping. You'll think twice before buying that adorable spaghetti strainer if you know you have to throw away the one that your grandmother gave you for your wedding. Buying takes up a whole new dimension when you think about things in terms of 1 in, another 1 out. And those are my 5 ideas to keep your spaces clutter-free. Now I want to turn it over to you because you've got moves. You've got kung fu moves. Share with me the stuff that you do to keep your spaces 99% mess-free. I want to hear it in the comment section below. And please know that I read every single one of your comments. Yes, I do. And if you're not yet on my newsletter list, what are you waiting for? This is not your typical newsletter, by the way. This is more like a pajama party where I spill the beans about things that I cannot share in public. So hop on inside. We're waiting for you. Also, you have my permission to share this video with the entire interwebs. Obviously, only if you liked it. Okay, this is a wrap, my friends. Mayi Carles, hopping out. See you next time.
Baby, you brought the keys?
I forgot them again.